Hello, my name's Jared, but my friends call me Beth, and I'm grinding. Grinding. Got Mud Turtle, Festivus, Reyna, and Raven here with me. The rest of my group is sitting in the background adding to the DPS. Good stuff. Bethorne hit 130 a couple minutes, or about an hour ago now. I think she was one of the first 10 on the server. I could be wrong. There were other people like doing collections and stuff. And one other pretty major thing, and I'll probably have another video about this, but Thorn's no longer a human female. He is now a male cat. Vah'Shir. So you can start on the furry jokes.
Well, you can be my cat number 5. I have 4 at home.
Yeah, we're kitty lovers here too. We have too many, but couldn't get rid of a single one. They're all special.
I love cats, but I'm allergic to them, so I have a dog now. And don't get me wrong, he's a great dog.
But it's not a cat.
It's not a cat.
That's the same. I have my first dog ever as an adult, and I've had him for like almost 3 years. He's 5, and I probably would never get another dog again. But I love him. I'm very attached to him, but I'm just not a dog person. I'm just a cat person. I got to just know that and just live with that.
At some point, I had 29 cats at home. God.
Oh my gosh, how do you have that many? How would you have that many? I mean, in the past.
It wasn't my fault. I had one industrially productive mother cat who had 3 daughters, and they all gave birth in the same week.
That's a lot of babies.
I mean, they used to circle around like those old cowboy movies where the wagons would circle, and then there was a whole pyramid of fur in the center. Whichever cat goes to whichever mom. Giving away, finding home for all those kittens was pure hell.
I bet. So my husband and I have 5. We had 6, but I just lost one of my senior cats, the one that was actually my favorite, the one that I was very attached to. She just died like 2 months ago from cancer, which we removed the cancer. We had surgery. We gave her we put her through surgery, and she just didn't bounce back after the surgery.
Sad.
Factors where animals are concerned, particularly felines, do not react well to especially drugs that knock them unconscious. They tend to not wake up from them.
She did fine. She did fine through the surgery, but after the surgery, getting her home and her recovery was fine, but it took like 2 months before she passed. But she just wasn't eating. She wasn't able to eat and keep it down. She would eat and she would throw it up, but she was like throwing up constantly. Even when we started trying to feed her just baby food, which we just started the baby food too late. I wish we would have started it sooner. If I had my stepmother check her out sooner, I would have started her sooner. But she had a starter on it, and it was like a week before she passed. So I wish I would have started her on the baby food a lot sooner. Maybe she would have been able to keep that down. She lost a lot of weight after the surgery really quickly because she wasn't holding food down. I'm still pretty devastated about losing her. I got her when she was only like 2 days old. She still had her eyes closed. She fit in the palm of my hand. She was so tiny. I bottle fed her. And I still have her sister that I also bottle fed. They're almost 14 years old. Well, they would have been. Juliet died, of course. I still have Shelby, the other one.
It sucks when your cats die.
Yes, it does suck. Especially losing Juliet was very devastating.
I got my cat when she was 7. I was 19, I think. And I had her for 13 years, so she was 21 when I put her down. That was the hardest day of my life.
I bet. That's a long time to have a cat. And that's a pretty good old age for a cat.
Yeah, but I was super allergic to her. I couldn't take care of her. She was basically down in the basement by herself all day and didn't have any teeth. It wasn't a good existence.
Well, they just get so frail when they get up there like that. It's like you're scared to even touch them. They get so frail. They feel like you would break them if you touch them. Like I said, I mean, I'm still attached to Shelby, obviously, like with Juliet, but I was probably more attached to Juliet because it was hard. She followed me everywhere. She was always in my lap. If I was on the couch, if I was in my computer chair, she would be in my lap. She would always be with me. She slept with me every night. So now I don't have any that sleep with me at night because, well, I guess the kitten that I have, she's starting to now that Juliet's gone. She just turned a year old in October. We rescued her in January from a girl that had a dog that bit her, and we had to have her immediately taken to the emergency vet and get her surgery that cost us a lot of money, too. That was in January, almost a year ago. She lost one of her toes on one of her paws, one of her pads.
That's
It's another
sad.
group nearby.
Yeah, but at least it wasn't as bad as my husband thought, because when we got her home and my husband looked at her and said, oh, we got to take her to the vet immediately, he thought her whole paw, the dog had bit her whole paw off, and it was her whole paw that was hanging. By just a piece of skin, but it was just one pad, thankfully. She has her paw intact minus a pad. It cost us like $2,000 to get her all taken care of. She's like really, really pretty. I think I posted a picture of her in the meet and greet pics or wherever we were posting pets. She's a long-haired Siamese, which is called a Balinese.
The cross-eyed kind or the short-tailed one?
No, she's not cross-eyed, but she has really beautiful blue eyes, and she's got a super puffy tail. She's got a really long, puffy tail.
I had a Siamese. Her father was normal. Her mother had a stubby sort of tail. And he produced 6 kittens, and they all had similar stubby tails.
I don't think I've ever seen a Siamese with a stubby tail. Usually that's a different breed, like a Manx. I think that's what it's called, a Manx. They have stubs for tails. They don't have full tails.
No, it's like their bone is different. I mean, some of those tails were like in an L shape. Some of them were sort of in a Z shape. It didn't make any sense. Lost her years ago, car hit her. Oh, I might actually ding tonight.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I mean, I've been at 22% of this level for days. Now I'm at 88%.
That was weird. That last mob I couldn't cast on. It didn't give an error or anything. It just wouldn't let me click the gems.
That is weird.
Sorry, Rena, I didn't notice the ad.
I didn't even notice I was getting hit. No, sure, why?
Feather. Feather.
I'll rebuff after this one. There you go.
Awesome, thank you.
I linked some stuff in the group chat. Anyone needs these?
Send him to Ogre Shaman. He makes food for the guild.
I always send all that stuff to Ogre Shaman also.
Sending all that meat to an ogre sounds just wrong.
What do you guys think of the expansion so far?
Well, I've seen only this grow yet.
You haven't gone to candle makers yet?
Nope. No team, no group.
Candle Makers is pretty cool.
I think
There
that
are
as far as the way
mobs in between here and there.
Everything in Candlemakers is so brown.
it's too brown, yeah, it's so brown. It just looks like I don't know. There's little pops of color every now and again, but it's easier to get around that zone. You can get anywhere in that zone with invis.
If you manage to get to it.
I think Scarred Grove looks better as far as just how it looks.
I think Scarred Grove is like a modified version of Plane of Growth.
If you go through Arkstone, then you can get in there easy peasy.
Arkstone is a pain in the ass to get through because it's like, what is it, 5 aisles? And going from aisle to aisle is, well, especially the first aisle to the second aisle is a pain in the ass.
You able to port directly there, or is there a clicky?
Yeah.
No, you can zone in there in Candlemakers. There's a zone entrance over there in the little, where the two buildings are, the little like fort area, whatever you want to call that.
As a side note, what spells is the wizard casting? Fire and frost?
Yes.
Okay.
Casting modifier.
I've been casting fire and freeze buffers, frost buffers, just wondering.
Yeah, I mostly do fire.
So long as the songs are not going to waste.
Yeah, I haven't tried my new spells yet, but I got a new magic spell that looks pretty good from a standard amount of damage.
Yep, I got cold, fire, and magic.
Need to pause pulls for just a second. All right, pulling. I think when I hit 130, I forgot to save my spell gems, so when I did the race change and the gender change, and my spell gems all went away, I just loaded default, and it brought back the spells that I had saved when I was 129. So I had to rename those spells, save it again.
Oh, yeah.
I only noticed because he said that he was doing fire, and I looked at my spell bar. My remote spell was set to an ice spell because the fire spell is 130.
How much longer do you have, Bethorne?
About 15 minutes. But I'll be back later tonight.
I think we have enough in the group that maybe we can continue. I'm not sure if you guys want to or not. At least we have a tank.
Yeah, if Black Turtle's
I
willing
don't
to
mind.
tank, you guys should be good to go.
Getting near my bedtime.
How long you got, Mud Turtle?
Probably just a little after 4, so maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and then my bedtime.
Gotcha. I have like an hour and 15 minutes left on my XP potion.
I can go until my wife tells me to stop, but I don't think that would be true. Probably another 4 hours.
Plus, I'm only 19% away from leveling to 129. Only like 10 collection items to finish the rest of NOS collections. But I can't find any of them in the bazaar for sale, so it kind of stinks. I'm getting like 2 collection items a day from Overseer, so that helps a little bit. I still need like 10 more.
Which specific items are you looking for?
Let me look and I can tell you.
I can search my bank and see if I have any of them. Have you searched all the houses in the villages?
I need to go. I'm gonna probably go do that. At least in my if we don't finish grouping here, if we don't keep the camp, I may go try to do that. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the ones I need right there.
I'll hold close after this one and check.
There's 2 on that one, so that's 6. And then 4 on that one, that's 10. I think that's all of them, maybe. Yeah, those are the only 3 collection sets I need to finish. All the rest are done. That's 10 collection pieces between those 3.
Where do we look to see if they're to see those collections, if we have them or not?
Are you asking how you check?
Achievements or what? Where is that?
If you go under, you have to go by expansion. So if you go under achievements, the bottom one will be the new expansion. If you go all the way down, you'll see Shattering a Row. You just want to go under where it says collections, and you can check every expansion. After, I don't think it doesn't go back to every single expansion back to the beginning, but it's a good chunk of them have collections.
I think collections started on either, I think it was COTH, or COTF, Call of the Forsaken. Yeah, which was around 85 or 90. Cata might have had it. I can't remember if the Catacastrorum Deluge was before or after that, the Darkened Sea.
Looks like Veil of Alaris is the last one that does not have a collection section. Reign of Fear is the first one with collections.
Yeah, the one right before Call of the Forsaken.
Yeah, so that's what, one.
I want to say 85, level 85.
So 14 expansions have collections, counting the new one.
Yeah, if I had taken more time to actually go look for collections, I probably would have been able to get another level or two. But now I just have to save them all for next time the levels go up, which will be in another 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to save them that long. I just want to finish them. And I'm just working my progression one expansion at a time back, going backwards one at a time. The only thing I have left in TOB and LS, I have everything done in both of those except for the raid events. There's some raid events I still need for TOB, and I don't have any raid events for LS at all.
Yeah, I try to fill each category to the point of only needing one, and then I collect those little things from the Overseer. And when I change, when levels go up, then I finish all of them and get a ton of EXP.
Yeah, that's what Dimtree did with his alts, Roswell. That's how he got 130, and I don't think it was even an hour before he was from 125 to 130.
We logged in and he was
straight through.
He dinged. Yeah, he logged in and he did the 130. I was like, really, dude?
Yeah, but it's an alt. Was not his main. I don't think Dimtree has his main there yet. He couldn't do that on Dimtree because he had those collections already done on Dimtree.
Yeah, I think he did them back in either Lorien Song or sooner.
And then, Tanley got 130 and Moadib got 130 yesterday. And then you got it today with your druid. I'm hoping to be the next one. Let's cross my fingers.
I mean, as much as you play, it's possible.
I just don't have anything better to do, because my kids are grown. Like my youngest son is 29 and my grandkids, they don't live with me and they're, but I mean, even though I have them every now and again, they still don't live with me. So that's the only time I'm going to be busy. Although I am looking for a job, so I'll be busy during the day once I start back to work again.
Yeah, right now I've got a lot of time because I'm still off for that retina detach surgery.
Ouch, that's a painful.
I'm gonna do my outro. It's been a half an hour. Thank you, everyone. Like and subscribe if you like the video. It's pretty boring, just talking about dead cats and stuff. See you next time.